this is Dulcich, and you're watching The Boss Garage. We're gonna go fast.
Basically, we need to make these SRT brakes fit our 1990 Audi. Surprise, nobody makes racing suspensions for our 28-year-old four-door sedan. Is that structural? Not anymore. You can see this door. There really is nothing left of this door. We even pulled the door handle, everything else. Once we get the turbos and the cage in there, we'll probably weld this shut and make it so we can get through here somehow. The fuel tank is gonna go where the spare tire is. We're gonna have to make a new holder for that because it's plastic. Not any good as is, but the turbos are actually going in the back seat here. Behind the driver, so we'll have to enclose that in but still make it so we can access it. We'll have two scavenge pumps, one for each side, bringing it back. And a question for you, do I need a separate pump to feed the turbo oil, or will a high volume oil pump in the LS be enough to feed 4 turbos? Keep that in mind. I think it's gonna handle pretty friggin' awesome. Regardless, it's going to be a pretty friggin' awesome car. So, big imagination where we've got aluminum sides that will come around here, and then the scoop will come up to the back. There'll be plexiglass coming from the front down to here, and then the air filters will actually be down there too. So all the air is going to be coming on the roof and just slamming down on this intercooler. We bought a intercooler online, and we'll be using this one for the dyno. Which is a nice twin turbo setup, but we realized that it just doesn't look right in the back, so that one is actually off of Duramax. So we've got Duramax parts, we've got international compound turbos, we've got a engine out of a Silverado, we have seats out of a McLaren, we've the one ear, I'm sorry Dodge guys, that I'm feeling you guys are kind of left out, but anyway, we're welding a second ear to the intercooler, and that's actually off of a Dodge intercooler because they're both 4 inches, I believe. But anyway, that is the Audi car update as it is right now. So I've got half my wheel bearing left inside this front hub. Any bearing, neat little trick is to just run a bead of weld all the way around. The weld will shrink and it will pull the bearing in, and it should drop right out. So let's try that. Now it's a double-sided bearing. It's pretty thick. I hope it still works.
Look at both sides.
Alrighty then. I heard some cracking, which is always a good sign. See if it just drops out like it's supposed to. It's working. So, that didn't take much effort. You can see that it's laying on the table. Don't touch it because it's hot. You can see somebody was in here before and they used a torches. And by welding it like that and shrinking it, you eliminate any chance of scoring the outside. So that's it. Anyway, that's it. There's your quick little tip for the day. Okay, so this is an old sheet of aluminum. I think it was on the back of a tractor cab, covering a hole. I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, I'm turning that into this. A little scoop. Starts at the bottom here, so it's a bit shiny. I just kind of cleaned it up. That kind of curls around the top of the roof there, and then that'll act as a scoop to cool that thing. I got the shape, and then I just cut an inch wider all the way around, jam that in the brake and bend it over, and then I'll stick that in the shrinker and fold it the other way. So I'm coming with screws from the bottom here to bolt it down. That's only, I think there's only one in there, and it's already like, that's pretty solid. I'm pretty happy with that. And then we'll pop rivet the Lexan in there. Really had to shrink this section all the way along there. And then we'll probably just run a bead of caulking or something just in here, just to fill that in. And yeah, we'll end up pop riveting these two. I just have to take it on and off, and now The only mistake I did is I should have been making both at the same time, but it sucks if you mess up and you have to toss one. We tried the plexiglass first. This will be much lighter, and this will grab much more air too. Much more. It's about 10:30 at night, or a long night yet. We're heading out in the morning, so I figure better have a back window in it, and we'll probably whip something up for here too. We'll just probably bend another piece here, pop rivet it to the edge here for now. I gotta pull that glass out, but I gotta be able to open this door if the turbos are going right there. So yeah, here we go. End with it. That's another tip, is putting 2x4s on top of your sawhorse. Then you can cut deeper into the 2x4 without wrecking your sawhorse. So if you drag your skill saw across without the protective cover on it, of course you're gonna scratch it. So I don't know if you see me, I was tilting the skill saw. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of like that. That looks pretty good to me. A bit dirty. I'll put the Ford trucks actually have a long skinny cooler for something or other. Probably put the diff cooler right here, or make a funnel for the air filters to pick that up from there. I don't know. We'll see. Put a couple pop rivets in there, and then if I do have to take it out, drill them out. Not the end of the world. It's bolted in place, so I don't know if that can handle 300 kilometers an hour. Might have to put a brace in the front here yet, something or other. We'll see. For now, should do the 100k an hour, 120k an hour to, I forget where we're going, St. Louis. There we go. All right, on our way. Driving for, I believe, 8:30?
8:30? I showed up at 7:30.
Yeah, we had to grab some parts too. But yeah, the border was pretty funny. The guy's like, "Why are you dragging a piece of shit car
why would you even
across?"
bother to bring this over?
We're like, "Because car people are stupid. That's why we're driving 12 hours. If nothing breaks, my window stopped working, so every toll is awesome." And in all honesty, I thought it was Ohio, which is only like 6-7 hours. And then Aaron bought the tickets, and he's like, no, it's Madison, Illinois. Oh. Anyway, we'll keep recording once we get there, I guess, because it's just a long, loud drive. Oh, and funny fact, NV 4500 must have a higher overdrive than the 4L80, because our top speed is like 110 kilometers an hour, which is about 70. But it's still, it'd be nice to go a little faster. And it's probably revving out. My tack still isn't working. So, yeah, we'll figure it out. We're guessing, somewhere out there. It sounds like, yeah, about 2100 RPM, so.
Leaking a bit of oil, so.
This is the 90 Audi Quattro we're building for Rob Ferretti's YouTube.
Oh, are you doing it? That's the thing where you build it and someone else drives it?
No, you get to drive it yourself.
Oh, okay.
But there are drivers that will drive it for you. We'll probably drive it faster.
You want to hop in front? What was the other thing? You had to pay to get in or something?
You did.
Yeah. But pretty much everyone going there is paying to get in and letting the pro drive the car.
No,
so they can
no. We'll be driving the car. I'm not building the car unless somebody else will drive.
Not you, but that was my thing. I was like, I'm not going to build a car, let someone else drive it and pay you. Like, this doesn't make any sense to me. I'm gonna pay, I want to drive, but I'm not gonna go there and compete against a world-class driver after paying.
Yeah, but maybe you'll beat them.
None of it makes sense.
We've got to get to
I'm realistic.
Nice one, man.
Yeah, thank you. And good luck.
Does it?
So is this off the car you drove here?
No, this is off the car that we're building for YouTube project car for Ferretti.
Great.
Yeah. So we'll be right down in the parking lot.
Fun.
Thanks, man.
All right, see you guys.
So last year we made it out to Roadkill Nights, and I was really hoping that NASCAR was going to be there because some of the cars that we saw there were very nicely built. The Roadrunner with the Cummins in it, all the diamond plating over top of the welds, very well done. Now it's a dirt everyday car, but I was thinking that the cars have to be somewhat road legal and safe. Looking at NASCAR, it absolutely is not. It is 100% sketchy.
It's like whoever they don't like gets to sit in that seat.
No, we need a seat like that for the Audi.
Yeah, I'm not sitting in it.
I bet it weighs half a pound. True roadkill fashion. So really cool that they are doing what they say that they're doing, that there's no film magic going on in the background. Things like the holes in the firewall, the nuts laying on the differential, the hood pins being held without pins, just zip ties, make it really seem like, yes, they are genuine down-to-earth guys. So really, really enjoy that. All right, we're doing fans worth it.
I'd now like you to take a moment for you to say goodbye to Dave.
Freiburger Finnegan. So
I got a good feeling about this Camaro.
So we're racing the fans cars against the projects from Roadkill. Pretty cool. Got to be here to see it. It takes some time because NASCAR wouldn't start, so now they're doing muscle truck against the
white Camaro.
Against the Camaro.
Sir? How do you like that for a burnout?
See the wheel shake when that thing came down? I think Finnegan really wisely got out of it. I'm going to stand right here at the starting line and check this out. Oh, man. That guy screamed right looking really bad. Duster guy by a lake. Oh. Duster guy's going to take him out. Oh! Duster guy for the win. Whoa.
So we got an oil leak on the Cummins. They actually found that a bolt was out of the injection pump and there's an open hole. So we got a bolt in there, and I didn't even have the right tools. We got Dave here, who's a fan of the channel, and had some tools, so he's helping us out. We're gonna go take them out for supper. They're kind of wrapping up at Roadkill now. The guys are gonna do another signing there, so I think I'm gonna go shake somebody's hand after we get this bolt tight. And yeah, well, lots of interest in the Audi. Got some pretty neat seeing all the people. We didn't have Aaron around videotaping, so we did lose some footage or not take some footage. So hopefully this turns out to be a decent video. But yeah, we're gonna go for supper and then start heading home again tomorrow. So here we go. Okay, so driving, I kind of noticed that our tires kind of flopping around and our lower ball joint, I think, kind of blew apart. So I knew it was rough. We're ordered the parts and they didn't show up. So yeah, from what we learned at Roadkill, we're just gonna zip tie that back together again and then see if we can make it home. Juan, can you lift this up so I can kind of jam this ball back in the socket and then grab some zip ties?
Will do. These little beauties.
Yeah, the guy behind the counter. Does it come with that? It sure does. It sure does.
Yeah.
Does it come with dipping sauce? It sure does. So this happened. Saw something flapping there. Ah, she's just about there. So, did you bring the spare?
What spare?
Yeah, we brought a spare. Anyway.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. She's getting warm?
Yeah, I could smell something. I'm
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, well, there's
You know what, look
there's
on
our jack already in Oh, hey, look, the spare tire and the jack.
I look at the bright side. It's nice weather. It's really nice weather right now. We might die.
All right, so we're driving through the middle of Detroit just for fun. We just got passed by a moped motorcycle gang, which is pretty cool. No licenses, no nothing. Just, yeah, always something interesting to see. Okay, so the first one was funny. This is just getting annoying. Now we're back in Canada. It happened as soon as we crossed the border. So Canada's garage likes to screw you. $259 for a tire. Son of a bitch. We got 3 hours to go. So we get to change another one. Yay. I think we can make it home now though.
There's the Canadian equivalent of the biker gang. Much more environmentally friendly.
Just as lethal and dangerous. Stay away. Okay, so the deal with the trailer is, yes, it looks really rough because we banged into these fenders a bunch of time. Not me, because the trailer's not mine. It's a customer's of mine, and the deal was I did some work to it and I was able to use it. So I put all new brakes on it, rewired the whole thing, put a nice junction box in it. All of that is 100%. Wheel bearings are done, brakes are done, lights are done. The only thing was I was supposed to get to the fenders the night before we left. I worked till 2 in the morning, got up at 6 with the girls, and then we headed out. Just didn't have enough time to get to it. Almost cut Alana's legs as she was doing the video on it. Not a big deal. She didn't get hurt. We didn't get sued by Roadkill, so that's good news. And should have had this talk with the customer before we left that the tires, even though there's lots of tread on them, they're holding air fine. They're just like the sidewalls are just getting a little bit. He came and dropped off 4 brand new tires, which really sucks because we had to buy that one for $280. He bought those for $113 a piece. It is what it is. Unfortunately, we got to eat that one tire, which really sucks. But now I'll have new tires, and soon I'll be making a video on how to replace those fenders. We're going to do a quick attach on them so they either tilt forward on a hinge or you can take them right off, just because the trucks just don't fit in between there. So thanks to him for letting us use the trailer. Thanks for him not getting mad that I didn't get to replacing the fenders. We had a great time at the Zip-Tie Drags. Everybody stopped by and said hello. Thanks for that. Thank you very much for Dave, who helped us wrench a little bit on the Audi, a lot on the Audi and a little bit on the truck. We made it home fine. Still got an oil leak on the truck though. Unfortunately, that wasn't the bolt that was leaking, so I'll have to figure that out. If Zip Tie's in your areas, go check it out. Don't drive 12 hours to go see it, but it was a pretty personal event because there wasn't a pile of people there. Nothing compared to Roadkill nights. So you got to spend a little bit of time with, it felt a lot more personal with the guys from Roadkill. We'll be going there next year and we'll be driving the Audi, not to and fro from the show, but we'll be driving it at the events. Looking forward to that. So yeah, that's it for our Roadkill little adventure. A lot of fun, a lot of stuff that we missed on the video. The best moments never really seemed to make it, but if you were at the event, you'll understand why some of that video is missing. We're ready to keep going on the Audi, so here we go. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you love the channel, consider heading over to Patreon. There's a lot of stuff happening there to help support the channel. And remember, if you're not filthy, you're not rich.